One of the biggest challenges we face as artists when composing our images is trying to fool the audience into thinking that flat two-dimensional canvas has depth. So how do we go about turning something two-dimensional into something that looks more like we are looking through a window? Well, what we need to help here are some tools for creating depth. Tool number one is value, which is the clearest and most obvious way to establish this. As things recede into the background of our composition, we're going to see the values and the value ranges start to shift accordingly. Tool number two is line. The most obvious example of this is something like a road or a river which converges to a vanishing point. That convergence of line is naturally going to pull the audience's eye all the way into the back of the composition. Tool number three is a more sophisticated version of value, and that's gradation. Gradation is a transition from one value to another or from one color to another. This transition, by its very nature, is naturally going to guide the audience's eye from the front of the composition all the way into the back. Tool number four is size. It may seem obvious, of course, but we know that objects in the distance begin to get smaller the further they are away from us. Placing something small near something big automatically begins to give off that illusion. And finally, tool number five is overlapping, which is an extension of size. The more objects we have that overlap each other, the more things start to diminish, which subsequently creates more depth in our compositions. So that's our tool set for creating depth. If we've drawn a composition and something about it is not quite working for us, our best bet is to look over this tool set and assess which of these may help us to fix the problem. Looking for more art lessons? Then check out the series of JW Learning classes available for streaming on Skillshare or for purchase outright on Gumroad. Links to the classes in the description below. Let's get drawing.